It is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! As we watch two potential meta decks go at it in Shaddoll Dinosaur versus Elemental Hero. Just letting you guys know, if you want to see more content like this, then of course destroy that like button. It really lets us know that you want to see more live duels. As Hero is going to start off with emergency call and reinforcement of the army, a deadly combination of cards that will allow them to set up a pretty huge board. Getting into that Elemental Hero Solid Soldier and Stratos is really good. Being able to get that normal summon off the Solid Soldier, which heroes are going to do, and then the special summon of Elemental Hero Stratos to net another hero monster from the deck to the hand. In this particular sequence, it's going to be the Vision Hero Ferris sending an Elemental Hero Shadow Mist from the hand to the graveyard, triggering the effect to be able to put Vision Hero Increase in the spell and trap card zone, and then using Increase to tribute the Ferris to summon itself to the side of the field, as well as a Vision Hero Vion. Now, Vision Hero Vion will be able to send the Destiny Hero Malicious and then banish the Ferris in the graveyard to be able to add a polymerization, and heroes are setting themselves up for some huge plays. Banishing that Destiny Hero Malicious is going to summon another copy of Destiny Hero Malicious to the graveyard using the Vision Hero Increase and the Malicious for a link summon into Extra Hero Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader is going to trigger itself to bring out that Malicious, then tribute the Malicious for a free search. And here is where heroes decide to get a little different from the previous versions of before. In this particular version, Hero is going to polymerize a Elemental Hero Stratos and the Solid Soldier to be able to make Elemental Hero Sunriser, triggering the effect of Solid Soldier to be able to special summon that Elemental Hero Shadow Mist to the side of the field. And now Sunriser and Shadow Mist will both trigger. Miracle Fusion as well as Mass Change will be added from the deck to the hand. Heroes will have a plethora of plays on the following turn. And the deck's not necessarily done. I don't want to say a huge misplay, a slight misplay, as it's going to be fixed. Malicious is going to be special summoned from the graveyard to the side of the hill. That's not exactly how Malicious works. It needs to banish itself from the graveyard to be able to special summon a Malicious from the deck. So yeah, it's going to go ahead and banish the Malicious, special summon the next copy of the Malicious to the deck so they can continue their combo sequence. But heroes are extremely consistent at being able to make huge disruption boards. The two best monsters the deck has in its arsenal is Destiny Hero Plasma when forced to go first, as well as that Masked Hero Darklaw, because you get to punish your opponent for searching, and you also get to turn off all of their effects monsters, which is enormous in this particular format. Tributing the Extra Hero Cross Crusader, the Vion, and the Destiny Hero Malicious for a Destiny Hero Plasma. Heroes are going to go ahead and pass their turn by setting cards face down, and that's going to be the end for them. Dino has to deal with a Elemental Hero Shadow or a Masked Hero Darklaw, as well as a Destiny Hero Plasma. While Sunriser doesn't necessarily provide any utility right now, it's searched the Miracle Fusion, so the deck needs to play around that. Also keep in mind that there is still a Mass Change play lurking around, and heroes will be able to search that Elemental Hero Honest Neos, something that dinos don't want to afford to attack into. On the standby phase, heroes are going to shotgun that Elemental Hero Shadow Mist to the graveyard to be able to special summon that Darklaw. There are some players that disagree with just shotgunning Darklaw to your side of the field, but if you're blindly going against a certain strategy, sometimes it is okay. For example, against Spiral, they would still be able to special summon that Magician's Souls to their side of the field. So sometimes you may have to shotgun the Darklaw depending on your current situation. And in this particular situation, Hero is going to trigger the effect of Shadow Mist to get that Honest Neos. Now, it's really unfortunate for heroes that dinos just so happen to have the one card out to this particular board in Super Polymerization, discarding a Shaddoll Dragon from the hand to be able to fuse both the Plasma and the Darklaw into a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. The bane of existence for heroes is probably Super Polymerization because it can fuse their boards. Now, Perform a Chat Tricker will follow since there are two monsters on the field, using both of those monsters for a link summon into possibly Nightmare Cerberus. No, it looks like an IP Masquerena, which has those important link arrows pointing down. Since Dino hasn't committed its normal summon, it looks like Soul Eating Oviraptor is going to hit the field, And instead of adding from the deck to the hand, it's actually going to send Overtext Questless to the graveyard, allowing them to add a big evolution pill, or a double evolution pill. The pill being able to banish the Starving Venom, and the Overtext now can special summon a Dino monster to the side of the field in the form of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Tyranno is really important against this particular hero strategy is because it can flip all of Hero's monsters face down, meaning that Elemental Hero Honest Neos won't be able to trigger its effect when the Dinosaur with Tyranno attacks into a monster. So Tyranno is going to use the effect to flip the Sunriser face down and trigger Shaddoll Hedgehog, which would have been a huge problem again because of that Elemental Hero Sunrise, or the Elemental Hero Honest Neos in Hero's hand. They'll also be able to trigger the effect of Hedgehog to add Shaddoll Beast from the deck to the hand. Dino are now going to use the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to send the Sunrisers to the graveyard, inflict 1,000 damage, and then attack with Overraptor and IP Masquerena, bringing heroes down to 4,400. Now, since they did take damage, it's going to trigger Vision Hero Increase, and now it's back to heroes. Dino has a pretty good board, being able to have 2 disruptions on top of breaking the opponent's board. Hero's going to start off by using that Clutch Monster Reborn to bring out that Elemental Hero Stratos. Stratos triggers its effect. It's going to add Elemental Hero Liquid Man from the deck to the hand, and now Stratos is immediately going to be tributed for the summon of Vision Hero Increase, which will now special summon a Vision Hero Vion from the deck to the side of the field. Now, heroes have an amazing recovery game if their first turn board is broken, and this is going to show how, as that Vision Hero Increase did net a Vion to the side of the field, which is going to send a Destiny Hero Celestial, not necessarily an important card right now, but just showing how resistant this deck can be. It already has 2 monsters on the side of the field and a Liquid Man Search to hand, which is going to allow them to special summon a Stratos back to their side of the field to gain another search. This hero deck is popping off right now. Already 4 monsters on the side of the field, and it looks like Dino is going to have to make a decision on whether it needs to get rid of the opponent's monster threats right now, flip them all face down with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. But I think the biggest fear for Dino is that absolute zero, meaning that all you have to do is get rid of the Liquid Soldier, and this deck is more than okay. As you can see, there is a little bit of a miscommunication between the players. Heroes want to move into an open game state, and Dinos don't necessarily want that to happen. That Liquid Soldier is going to be on the side of the field. IP Masquerena is going to activate its effect to the resolution of the Search of Stratos, using the IP and the Soul Eating for a Link summon into a Nightmare Unicorn. Now, Nightmare Unicorn is going to be really important because it would get rid of the Liquid Man and send it to the deck, preventing heroes from having a water monster in the graveyard to make that absolute zero with that Miracle Fusion, pitching a Performage Damage Juggler from the hand to the graveyard, targeting the Liquid Man. Heroes do have a response. That's going to be Masked Change, changing the Liquid Man into a Masked Hero asset, which means that there is now a guaranteed water monster inside of the graveyard. That Masked Hero, or that Elemental Hero Absolute Zero is going to happen. Extra Hero Cross Crusader is going to be the monster being summoned. Cross Crusader is going to special summon that Malicious back to the side of the field. And now the Malicious can be tributed to add another hero monster from the deck to the hand. The recovery for this deck is pretty good. I have to say, it's actually pretty amazing that they are allowed to not only still be able to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but gain so many resources. The only problem right now is that while Heroes is going to use this Miracle Fusion, looks like the monster that's going to be summoned, a little bit of a misplay. Masked Hero Asset is not a requirement. It has to be a Elemental Hero Destiny Hero. Oh no, it actually got errata to Hero Monster, my apologies. So I have the original print that says Elemental Hero, Destiny Hero, or whatever hero. It's going to trigger the effect of Elemental Hero Liquid Man, which will allow heroes to draw 2 cards and discard 1. But that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is going to be a threat because Absolute Zero needs to get off the field to trigger its effect. Tyranno can flip 3 monsters face down, and Tyranno can actually create a situation where they can inflict all of this damage to the opponent without, attacking into the Absolute Zero or attacking to the Absolute Zero last. So Dino is going to use that effect of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, not wanting that absolute zero to attack into a monster. All of Hero's monsters' resources is going to be flipped face down. Shaddoll Beast is going to add another card, but Heroes have the next answer. It was just a setup for Evil Hero Adjuster Gold. They're going to add that Dark Calling from the deck to the hand, and now Dark Calling is going to banish Malicious and Adjuster for the summon of Malicious Bane. Now, here we do have a little bit of a misplay. Evil Hero Malicious Bane is weaker than Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but a quick solution is that Elemental Heroes had Honest Neos in hand. If they were to discard that card, then Malicious Bane would be stronger than Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, meaning it would have been banished. So a slight mistake doesn't really change the outcome of this particular sequence, and Heroes are able to attack the Nightmare Unicorn because it was protected via IP Masquerade's effect, bringing Dinos down to 4,300. So this is going to be the end phase for Heroes. Not really much else to talk. Let's see if Dinos have another play, and they don't. They are going to scoop it and bring us into game 2, with Heroes taking that game 1 rather decisively. Heroes being able to work around their board being broken by Dinos, just a testament on how powerful they are with the new set. Dinos are going to go ahead and start off by special summoning Tinye Spirit to shoot it to the side of the field, and then normal summoning Soul Eating Avaraptor as well, using the effect of Avaraptor to add Overtext Quatless from the deck to the hand this time. It looks like they're ready to make some plays, sending both the Soul Eating and the shoot it to the graveyard. IP Masquerade is going to be the Link monster of choice. Dinos sure do love that IP Masquerade. It gives them another form of disruption inside of a Link monster. And El Shaddoll Fusion is going to fuse that Shaddoll Hedgehog, as well as that Overtext Quetless, to be able to special summon El Shaddoll Winda. Now, triggering the effect of Shaddoll Hedgehog, as well as the effect of your Overtext Quetless, there are going to be two things that are going to happen. First, Shaddoll Beast can be added from the deck to the hand, but more importantly, that Quetless is going to add a double evolution pill. Shaddoll Winda is going to prevent players from special summoning more than one time through the entire turn. That can be huge against Heroes, as they need to special summon quite a few cards just to get to a monster that's going to attack over Winda. Winda can already spell the doom for Heroes without the summon of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. But to make this situation worse, Double Evolution Pill is going to banish the Overtext and another monster to be able to special summon that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, which leaves a very soft lock for the opponent. Both players can only special summon once, and if you do special summon that extra monster, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno can trigger its effect to flip it face down. There's also a situation of IP Masquerade, which can use a monster for a link to provide another disruption. And with just pretty much 2 cards, or 3 cards, Dino set up a pretty solid board that's kind of hard to get over. Heroes starting off with the lucky Infinite Impermanence, opening up, negating the El Shaddoll Winda, and then going to follow up with their Emergency Call. This has to be the luckiest hero player in existence, as they're going to normal summon that Solid Soldier to their side of the field and then follow up with that Elemental Hero Stratos. I mean, I guess the odds of probability are on the side for Heroes, because there's, I mean, you play 6, 7, 8 Stratos, if I remember correctly. Like, you play so many ways to get into this card, it's not really that fair. So, Stratos is going to be discarded again to be able to special summon Vision Hero Ferris. And now Ferris is going to put the increase into the spell and trap card zone to summon itself. That's going to special summon Vision Hero Vion. And assuming that Malicious wasn't sent to the graveyard through Ferris's effect, it's going to send Malicious right now. Now the Vion is going to use her other ability to add that polymerization. But no, it looks like Ultimate Conductor Tyranno wants to use this effect before Vion can use the effect of its Ignition effect, destroying that Shaddoll Beast to flip all of Heroes' monsters face down. Now those monsters can't be fusion summoned, and Shaddoll Beast is going to trigger to give Dinos another card. Really smart move by Dinos to prevent those monsters from being used from pretty much any material and preventing Vion from popping off for searching. But it looks like Heroes did hard draw that Miracle Fusion, so they'll be able to use 2 monsters on their side of the field to be able to fusion summon a monster to their side of the field. As you guys can see, it looks like it's going to be the Vion and the Solid Soldier. Those 2 monsters are going to be used for the summon of Elemental Hero Sunriser. I'm not 100% sure if Solid Soldier's effect could have been used, but if it could, that could have put the deck in a better situation, as Elemental Hero Sunriser will be summoned, won't be able to activate its effect because there's only one, and Destiny Hero Malicious is also going to hit the field. That's actually going to trigger IP Masquerade to fuse or to link off with the Shaddoll window to be able to special summon a Nightmare Unicorn again. Now, Unicorn will be able to discard a card from the hand to shuffle in that Destiny Hero Malicious. And I apologize, I don't know why it skipped, but that was pretty much the end of Heroes. Dinos followed up with the normal summon of Soul Eating to add the Double Evolution Pill again. And that's why we're here right now. After the Sunriser attacked the Nightmare Unicorn, we're going to summon another Ultimate Conductor Tyranno miscellaneous effect in the graveyard, using itself to banish itself to special summon a Jirak Alio. And now both of those monsters for a link summon into Pentastag. Pentastag is just going to allow this to go for game. There's also in Dino's hand a Shaddoll Fusion and a Shaddoll Squamata. So the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno can use its effect to flip the Sunriser face down, just in case Heroes had the Honest Dios to attack all those monsters and still fuse and go for even more damage. So this game is pretty much over. Again, I'm not 100% sure what happened when I was recording, but it got cut off. That's pretty much all to say. Going into game 3, Heroes are going to open with a Hero Lives, paying half of their life points, dropping themselves down to 4,000 to be able to special summon Elemental Hero Stratos. It looks like Heroes are going to start off really strong, going straight to a Destiny Hero Plasma. Their hand must be completely fire. No changing their mind, and then going into another monster. If they aren't going into Destiny Hero Plasma, maybe they didn't open the Vision Hero Ferris, so that may be a card that they may need to go into. So it looks like we're waiting to determine how good this hero deck is. Depending on what it searches, lets you know how good. Almost as if it doesn't matter. Heroes have so many ways to search all their pivotal parts. And it looks like Vision Hero Ferris is going to be added. Next, it looks like Heroes are going to activate the emergency call. Sometimes you just can't help the unhapeable. Of Heroes is going to open the Surge card yet again to add another copy of Elemental Hero Stratos. And then with the Solid Soldier being open as well, this hero is opened, busted every single game, special summoning that Stratos, grabbing the Malicious, and then sending it to the graveyard for the summon of Vision Hero Ferris. This is a legendary board in the making, as Ferris is going to put the increase into the Spell and Trap card zone, and now both the Stratos are going to be used for a link summon right into your extra hero Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader to bring back that Destiny Hero Malicious, tribute that Destiny Hero Malicious to search a hero monster from the deck to the hand. Now, this would be a really good board, but as you guys can see, Heroes don't currently have that Shadow Mist in the graveyard, something that they're looking for. Maybe the Vision Hero Increase will summon the Vion to get that Shadow Mist to the graveyard to further use with Solid Soldier to be able to bring the Mass Change from the deck to the hand. What Vision Hero Vion is going to be summoned, it's going to allow to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, and that's going to be Destiny Hero Celestial. So an odd chain of events, as not the correct monster is going to be sent to be able to pop off with that particular play, but Vion is still going to banish the Ferris to be able to have polymerization from the deck to the hand. So it looks like Heroes are still popping off. I guess this is what happens when you run multiple copies of Elemental Hero Solid Soldier, multiple copies of E-Call. You're going to get a combination of that. The odds of you drawing it, I think, are 33% per hand or per opening hand. It's a pretty high number. And Heroes are going to follow up by using Polymerization, fusing the Increase and the Solid Soldier for Elemental Hero Sunriser. Now, I do think that this was a bit of a mistake. Not necessarily a misplay, as Stratos is going to be summoned, and I know what you guys are probably wondering, you hero enthusiasts. How was Stratos able to trigger its effect with Sunriser? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you decide to make your Sunriser Chainlink 1 and the effect of your Shadow or Solid Soldier Chainlink 2, then of course your monster will miss timing as Stratos will be summoned before your Sunriser resolves and it's not the last thing happen. But since both of these monsters are optional effects, if you make your Sunriser Chain Link 2 and your Solid Soldier Chain Link 1, you search to Miracle Fusion and then you summon the Stratos, and now Stratos will be able to activate its effect since it is the last thing to happen. Its summon is the last thing to happen. That is exactly how you get over timing effects of when you can, how to have them or put them in a situation to be able to trigger their effects. As Stratos is now going to add this elemental hero Solid Soldier from the deck to the hand, and heroes are going to be really tough to beat in this particular hand. I think the only thing that they have going for them right now though would be that Destiny Hero Plasma, which will soon be summoned after Destiny Hero Malicious is going to make its side of the field. All three monsters will be tributed for said Plasma. But unless there's a Dark Law, this was actually not the best way heroes could have done it. They could have done a little more to squeeze out an even better board, probably playing ultra conservative. But summoning a Malicious for that Dread Decimator, maybe? That's not that great to make a Dread Decimator. And then again, the Celestial is slightly questionable, but it looks like heroes are all in the game plan as they're going to set one card face down, pass it right back to Dinos. Will Dinos be able to break the Plasma board? They're going to go ahead and start off with Shaddoll Fusion, gaining a lot of advantage, but it looks like heroes already had that match to change. They're going to make that Dark Law to the side of the field, which is huge, and Dinos are going to go ahead and scoop. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give a like if you did. Deck profiles will be on Patreon for Patreons to watch. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.